Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, we're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, 7th chapter, the son of Drona punished. Text number 10. Sutta uvacha atmaramascha munayo nirgranta api urukrame kurvantya haitu kim bhaktim itham bhuta gunohari. Sutta uvacha atmaramascha munayo nirgranta pyurukrame kurvantya haitu kim bhaktim itam bhuta gunohari. Sutta uvacha atmaramascha munayo nirgranta pyurukrame kurvantya haitu kim bhaktim itam bhuta gunohari. Sutta uvacha atmaramascha munayo nirgranta pyurukrame kurvantya haitu kim bhaktim itam bhuta gunohari. Sutta uvacha atmaramascha munayo nirgranta pyurukrame kurvantya haitu kim bhaktim itam bhuta gunohari. Okay, Sutta uvacha. Sutta Goswami said, Atmarama, those who take pleasure in Atma, generally spirit self, cha, also, Munaya, sages, Nirgranta, freed from all bondage, happy in spite of, Urukrame, unto the great adventurer, Kurvanti, do, I hate to him, unalloyed, Bhaktim, devotional service, Itam Bhuta, such wonderful guna, qualities, Hari, of the Lord. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki. Translation. All different varieties of Atmaramas, those who take pleasure in Atma or spirit self, especially those established on the path of self-realization, though freed from all kinds of material bondage, desire to render unalloyed devotional service unto the personality of Godhead. This means that the Lord possesses transcendental qualities and therefore can attract everyone, including liberated souls. Purport. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained this Atmarama Shloka very vividly before his chief devotee Srila Sanatana Goswami. He points out 11 factors in the Shloka, namely 1 Atmarama, 2 Munaya, 3 Nirgranta, 4 Api, 5 Cha, 6 Urukrama, 7 Kurvanti, 8 Aitukim, 9 Bhaktim, 10 Itam Bhuta Guna, and 11 Hari. According to the Vishvaprakash Sanskrit dictionary, there are 7 synonyms for the word Atmarama, which are as follows: Brahman, the absolute truth; body; 3 mind; 4 endeavor; 5 endurance; 6 intelligent; and 7 personal habits. The word Munaya refers to those who are thoughtful, those who are grave and silent, ascetics, the persistent, mendicants, sages, and saints. The word Nirgranta conveys these ideas: one who is liberated from nescience, one who has no connection with scriptural injunction, for example, who is freed from the obligation of the rules and regulations mentioned in the revealed scriptures like ethics, Vedas, philosophy, psychology, and metaphysics. In other words, the fools, illiterate, urchins, etc., who have no connection with regulative principles. 3, a capitalist, and also 4, one who is penniless. According to Shabdakosha dictionary, the affix ni is used in the sense of certainty, 2, counting, 3, building, and 4, forbiddance. And the word granta is used in the sense of wealth, thesis, vocabulary, etc. The word urukrama means the one whose activities are glorious. Krama means step. This word urukrama specifically indicates the Lord's incarnation as Vamana, who covered the whole universe by immeasurable steps. Lord Vishnu is powerful, and his activities are so glorious that he has created the spiritual world by his internal potency and the material world by his external potency. By his all-pervading features, he is everywhere present as the Supreme Truth, and in his personal feature, he is always present in his transcendental abode of Goloka Vrindavana, where he displays his transcendental pastimes in all variegatedness. His activities cannot be compared to anyone else's, and therefore the word Urukrama is just applicable to him only. According to Sanskrit verbal arrangement, Kurvanti refers to doing things for someone else. Therefore, it means that the Atmaramas render devotional service unto the Lord not for personal interest, but for the pleasure of the Lord Urukrama. Hetu means causal. There are many causes for one's sense satisfaction, and they can be chiefly classified as material enjoyment, mystic powers, and liberation, which are generally desired by progressive persons. As far as material enjoyments are concerned, they are innumerable, and the materialists are eager to increase them more and more because they are under the illusory energy. There is no end to the list of material enjoyments, nor can anyone in the material universe have all of them. As far as the mystic powers are concerned, they are 8 in all, such as to become the minutest in form, to become weightless, to have anything one desires, to lord it over the material nature, to control other living beings, to throw earthly globes in outer space, etc. These mystic powers are mentioned in the Bhagavatam. The forms of liberation are 5 in number. Therefore, unalloyed devotion means service to the Lord without desire for the above-mentioned personal benefits. And the powerful personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, can be fully satisfied by such unalloyed devotees, free from all sorts of desires for personal benefit. Unalloyed devotional service of the Lord progresses in different stages. Practice of devotional service in the material field is of 81 different qualities, and above such activities in the transcendental practice of devotional service, which is one and is called sadhana bhakti. When unalloyed practice of sadhana bhakti is matured into transcendental love for the Lord, the transcendental loving service of the Lord begins gradually developing into 9 progressive stages of loving service under the headings of attachment, love, affection, feelings, affinity, adherence, following, ecstasy, and intense feelings of separation. The attachment of an inactive devotee develops up to the transcendental love of God. Attachment of an active servitor develops up to the stage of adherence, and that for a friendly devotee develops up to the stage of following. And the same is also the case for the parental devotees. Devotees in conjugal love develop ecstasy up to the stage of intense feelings of separation. These are some of the features of unalloyed devotional service of the Lord. According to Hari Bhakti Sudodaya, the import of the word itam bhuta is complete bliss, transcendental bliss in the realization of impersonal Brahman, because it becomes comparable to the scanty water contained in the pit made by a cow's hoof. It is nothing compared with the ocean of bliss of the vision of the personality of Godhead. The personal form of Lord Shri Krishna is so attractive that it comprehends all attraction, all bliss, and all tastes, rasas. These attractions are so strong that no one wants to exchange them for material enjoyment, mystic powers, and liberation. There is no need of logical arguments in support of this statement, but out of one's own nature one becomes attracted by the qualities of Lord Shri Krishna. We must know for certain that the qualities of the Lord have nothing to do with mundane qualities. All of them are full of bliss, knowledge, and eternity. There are innumerable qualities of the Lord, and one is attracted by one quality, while another is attracted by another. Great sages, such as the four bachelor devotees, Sanaka, Sanatana, Sananda, and Sanat Kumara, were attracted by the fragrance of flowers and tulasi leaves anointed with the pulp of sandalwood, offered at the lotus feet of the Lord. Similarly, Shukadev Goswami was attracted by the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. Shukadev Goswami was already situated in the liberated stage, yet he was attracted by the pastimes of the Lord. This proves that the quality of his pastimes has nothing to do with material affinity. Similarly, the young cowherd damsels were attracted by the bodily features of the Lord, and Rukmini was attracted by hearing about the glories of the Lord. Lord Krishna attracts even the mind of the goddess of fortune. He attracts in special cases the minds of all young girls. He attracts the minds of the elderly ladies by parental affection. He attracts the minds of the males in the humors of servitude and friendship. The word Hari conveys various meanings, but the chief import of the word is that he, the Lord, vanquishes everything inauspicious and takes away the mind of the devotee by awarding pure transcendental love. By remembering the Lord in acute distress, one can be free from all varieties of miseries and anxieties. Gradually, the Lord vanquishes all obstacles on the path of devotional service of a pure devotee, and the result of 9 devotional activities, such as hearing and chanting, becomes manifested. By his personal features and transcendental attributes, the Lord attracts all psychological activities of a pure devotee. Such is the attractive power of Lord Krishna. The attraction is so powerful that a pure devotee never hankers for any one of the 4 principles of religion. These are the attractive features of the transcendental attributes of the Lord. And adding to this word api and cha, one can increase the imports unlimitedly. According to Sanskrit grammar, there are 7 synonyms for the word api. So by interpreting each and every word of this shloka, one can see unlimited number of transcendental qualities of Lord Krishna that attract the mind of a pure devotee. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Shimate Praladananda Swamiti Namine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Shimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namine. Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashite Adeshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So this is the famous Atma Rama verse, which is discussed by Lord Chaitanya with Sanatana Goswami. and I think later with Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. So the verse roughly says that there is different types of Atmaramas, and then there is some technical, grammatical things which are explained there. That there is different. The word Atmarama means many things, many types of self-satisfied people. And all these self-satisfied people, they are interested in, they are attracted to Krishna in different ways, by different characteristics or pastimes of Krishna. And they want to do devotional service. There's different types of transcendentalists. There's some are impersonalists, some are personalists. But all these transcendentalists, they are eventually attracted to Krishna or his expansions. So there's a few examples. There's a few examples in this purport. Who remembers some of the examples? Okay. Some personalities who were not attracted to Krishna, and then after they became attracted. For Kumara. Sorry, maybe I wasn't. So for Kumaras, what happened with them?
They smelled flowers and tulasi leaves.
Right. They went to Vaikuntha gates, and then Lord Vishnu, I think, Lord Narayana, came. And they were also blocked by Jai and Vijay. This didn't turn out very well for Jai and Vijay. And then Lord Narayan came, and they were attracted by, it says here, the flowers and the tulsi leaves. That were, and the sandalwood pulp. So they were on this Brahman platform, but they were not personalists. But they were, we'll see a bit later. And then another example in this, in the purport is Shukadev Goswami. Shukadev Goswami was also on this Brahman platform since birth. He was staying 16 years in the womb of a mother. We heard this before. And when he was born, he just ran away from family life. He didn't want to become entangled. And then he heard 2 verses from Srimad Bhagavatam. And then he became attracted. Oh, that's nice. And what they have in common, these 2 personalities, is they are actually on the Brahman platform. But they are not offensive. There's 2 types of Brahmavadis. There's some who are offensive. They think they are called Mayavadis. They think, okay, this Brahman realization is very nice, and whenever Krishna comes, he comes in the 3 modes of nature, in goodness, because we're very tolerant. So they think, yeah, he comes, he's covered by Maya, so he's, yeah, but usually he has no legs, he has no hands, he has no brain. No. So this is Mayavada. They are thinking, yes, there's some personal feature, but this is in the modes of material nature. And these Brahmavadis, they don't know so much about the personal feature of the Lord. They are somehow have this Brahman realization, and it's nice, this Brahman realization. You suffer a bit less than in the material world. And they are not offensive, they just don't know about the personal feature. And the effect of these Brahmavadis, when they hear something about Krishna, they are attracted. Oh, that's better than Brahman. Oh, nice, bring it on. Let's hear. So Shukadev Goswami and they find out, oh, there's something better. Okay, nice. And they have some little contact with Krishna in different ways, and they immediately become attracted. It's very interesting affirmation made there. I was reading this discussion with Sanatana Goswami from Chaitanya Charitamrita, and there's an interesting affirmation made there, that even if you want liberation, then you still have to do some devotional service, some sort of service. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains in Madhurya Kadambini that bhakti doesn't depend on karma and jnana. But to get the results of karma and jnana, fruitive activities, big sacrifices or mental speculation, there has to be some bhakti. There has to be in some way some worship of Krishna. So it's that's why we have there's all these impersonalists. They somehow have something to do with Krishna. Sometimes they chant Hare Krishna, and sometimes they have a deity. They worship the deity. Of course, their idea is that they will kick the deity out after they become self-realized. But even in karma and jnana, there has to be some bhakti to get the results. Okay, so that's it's not mentioned in this purport in the discussion with Sanatana Goswami. There's also one other example, the 9 Yogendras. They are advanced sages, and they are also, it says, from their very births, the 9 mystic yogis, Yogendras, were impersonal philosophers of the absolute truth. But because they heard about Lord Krishna's quality from Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and the great sage Narada, they also became Krishna's devotees. So they were also somewhere on the Brahman platform. And by association with the devotees, by hearing about Krishna, they also got elevated to, oh, okay, there's something better. This is Bilva Mangala Thakur. That's another example which is mentioned in this discussion. Actually, he's not mentioned, but there's this quote from him. He says, "Although I was worshipped by those on the path of monism and initiated into self-realization through the yoga system, I have nonetheless been forcibly turned into a maidservant by some cunning boy who is always joking with the gopis." So he was also somehow Brahmavadi, and then he was turned into a devotee. There's other cases mentioned in the purport, which are, someone remembers? I don't know if they are considered as Atmaramas. One is Rukmini and the queens. So Rukmini never met Krishna, and she just heard about Krishna. She's a princess. So if you live in a good palace, then you have this opportunity that you hear something about Krishna. And just by hearing about Krishna, she said, okay, that's it. That's what I want. And So she, even when her brother tried to arrange her wedding, she said, "No, I want Krishna as my husband." So she sent this brahmana with the letter, and she became. And also the example is there's also the other queens. There's, probably on very advanced level, just by hearing about Krishna, they decided, yes, this is what I want. That's all. Other example is, in the purport, is, of course, the gopis of Vrindavan. It says, they had more extensive, this one verse spoken by the gopis. They said, "Dear Krishna, we have simply surrendered ourselves as your maid servants, for we have seen your beautiful face decorated with tresses of hair, your earrings falling upon your cheeks, the nectar of your lips, and the beauty of your smile. Indeed, because we have also been embraced by your arms, which give us courage, and seen your chest, which is beautiful and broad, we have surrendered ourselves." So the point is that everyone is attracted to Krishna. Just if properly exposed to Krishna's qualities, pastimes, everyone is somehow attracted. And it doesn't matter how self-realized they are, how self-satisfied. Because nobody is self-satisfied in the purest sense. So we're talking about very high personalities. We're talking about Shukadev Goswami, the four Kumaras, 9 Yogendras, and many other personalities who are on that level. And what can you speak about these personalities of Kali Yuga? When you go for Sankirtan, one of the most common reason is, they say, no time. Okay, that also. I'm not interested. They usually, in their own words, they say, "I'm good." That's it's common. It's polite to say, "I'm good." I know everything. So in some way, everyone you meet on Sankirtan, I was thinking there are also some sort of Atmaramas. I'm good. I'm self-satisfied. Oh, perfect. So we can just show them this verse. Yes, you're self-satisfied, no problem. But even self-satisfied personalities, see, Shukadev Goswami, the four Kumaras, they're also interested to hear about Krishna. So this for you. This is a half joke. But I was thinking about it because you meet them and they say, "I'm good," and then you have to realize, of course, some of them they're just walking from here to there, and they think they are happy. They think, "Oh, my life is good. I have my job. I have my philosophy. I have this. I have that, and I'm good. Life is good." But you know how the reality is. Then you're not good. I was hearing there was this seminar by His Holiness Devamrita Maharaj about this loft project they had, and probably they still have it. And he said that the secret is that people are lonely. That was the most important thing. And you don't tell them they are lonely. They don't tell you are lonely, but you know, and they know. So everyone is like. So then his idea was, Shipancha Tattva ki jai, Shishkarnitai ki jai. His idea was that you just somehow give them a reason why they should come to listen something about Krishna. Oh, today we have this very interesting subject. It's not about Krishna. It's about this, and you're like this, and of course I understand you have many things to do. You're really bored at home. You're just wasting your time. But yes, we all understand you have. But maybe you can come. So they come. So it's the same with people. They say they are good. You say they are good, and you know they are not good, and they know they are not good. So this is a classic classic interaction with people in Sankirtan. You know they want Krishna, they know they want Krishna, and you just say, hey, hi, how are you? What is the actual mechanism for in many of these cases? In many of these cases, the mechanism is association with the devotees. These people who are good or not so good, they get the opportunity somehow to associate with the devotees. They hear about Krishna, they get purified, and then this natural attraction which is there, they are like, oh, interested in this. That's nice. At some point, for some directly, for some after some time, it just clicks. Oh, actually, this is what I was looking for. Because everyone is looking for that. So, there's for example, there's one quote that says, by associating with the great Saint Narada, Shaunaka and other great sages gave up the desire for liberation and engaged in Krishna's devotional service. So it's natural. They associate with the advanced devotees, and then they think, oh, why not? I want to do some service for Krishna. It's just natural. So it doesn't matter how advanced they are. They're like, I'll just skip this. Yesterday, some devotee was asking me, how can I distribute books? He was hearing what I'm telling people, and he was like, how can you distribute books like that? Like, I'm really wondering how people take books if you tell them these things. I don't know what I was saying because I usually don't say anything complicated. But anyway, so sometimes we as devotees have this idea that to distribute books means that you have to say that these complicated things, and you have to, I don't know, to use all the hundreds techniques of sales, which we know, of course, we know in the Hare Krišna movement. We have to say hi, we have to shake the hand, and you look like a nice person, you're the nicest person I met today. And of course, we know all these tricks. But people have heard all this before. We're not the only sales people who know some sales tricks. And we're not the only people who heard some motivational techniques, hey, wow, yeah, whoa, far out. But the only thing that is different, and actually the only thing that works, at some point, there's Mahotsaha Prabhu says, it's not what you say, it's what you pray. It's a good way of saying things. It's not so much what you say. You can say anything, if you have a big smile and you have this nice tone and hey, you can say almost anything, almost. Not so it doesn't matter what you say so much, you just say hi. Yeah, this is a book for the soul. You have a soul? Yes. Okay. Good. Just for it. Finish. So, but what is the most important ingredient is that you're somehow Krishna conscious. There's some Krishna consciousness there. This little drop that we have, this because all these so-called Admaramas you meet on the street, they haven't seen this drop of Krishna consciousness ever in their whole life, except if they met the devotees before. So this compared to everything that they ever saw in their life, this is a lot more. So that's the only thing we actually have to offer. So the way I understand the Sankirtan is just there's Paramatma here, there's Paramatma in their heart, you're somehow Krishna conscious, and this verse says everyone is attracted. We don't know how, what, it doesn't matter so much what you say, but they are attractive. If they see some spark of Krishna consciousness, they are like, I want that. They see devotees singing in Harinam, happy. Look, they're happy. This guy is happy. This guy is happy. I don't know. Give me a book. Hare Krišna, finish. So it's our responsibility is not so much to learn some tricks. Yeah, it's good. We'll learn some tricks. Our responsibility is to become Krishna conscious. And the more we become Krishna conscious, the more people will be automatically attracted to us. In Sankirtan, in Harinam, they will come and go, oh, what's this? Wow, that's far out. Because, as the verse says, everyone is attracted to Krishna. Doesn't matter who they are, doesn't matter how advanced they are or not advanced, they are attracted to Krishna. So if we're Krishna conscious, then they will be attracted. That's all. Okay, I'll stop here. There's some comments. Maharaj, you want to add something? Some questions? Okay. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki